Alright guys, it's Bobby Organics, and I'm just outside with the kale at the moment, and I'm just picking some for my morning smoothie, and I thought I'd do a little bit of a talk about it actually. So I'm just going to flip the camera around and show you guys the canopy, and I'm going to get talking on it. So, Jesus, sorry, I just fell over. What we've got here is red Russian kale, and this one here is a Siberian kale, which I've also got growing over there. Now this stuff is super easy to grow, and you can grow it in modules or seed trays, and you eventually, if you plant them separate, you'll sort of get a plant looking like this. I plant mine super close together, and as you can see guys, the canopy is thick, which I love because that is a real healthy section of kale we've got there. Now this stuff you can just keep picking, so when you want to harvest, just go from the side shoot and pick your bits off. Now I eat about half a kilo of this a day, and no matter how much I pick, it constantly comes back and thrives even more. I fed this in kelp recently and some seaweed, and it has exploded. It was dying off a little bit in the winter. This has nearly been here a year now, and I could also go over a few of the health benefits actually. So as we know of kale, it's packed full of vitamin A, C, E and K, and the vitamin K is full of anti-inflammatories, things like omega-3 fatty acids. It's got a lot of flavonoids in there, which are the things that occur in the plant pigments, which are real good for, you know, diseases and things like that. It's also proven to help with many health conditions, and like free the bodies of free radical body damage and things like that. It's also really good to detox with. That's why I use it every day in my smoothies, and you can get many different varieties of kale. I'm going to be planting another one this year, and test that one out as well. But guys, this is I've managed to save myself. I was spending about £1.47 a day on the kale, and around £1 on the spinach. I've actually stopped growing the spinach. I was growing two types, Bloomsdale and winter spinach, but the thing with spinach is, guys, it's a quick harvest, which is good for some of us, you know, around 30 days, but this to me is my own personal supermarket. I come out every day, I pick it off, I pick loads off, and the next day I come back and there's even more growing again. And another thing I wanted to mention actually guys, while I was out here, now this part of the garden here and this part of the garden over there were fed slightly different nutrients. Now this section over here really does not have any slug damage or any insects trying to attack it. You get a few yellow leaves which you want to pull off because that attracts bad bugs, which I shouldn't have thrown in there. But what you want to do guys is come out and clean your canopy. Always go underneath and pull out all the yellow where it's not getting enough light. But anyways guys, back to what I was actually going on about. The kale is a really good all-round year crop. It stays through the winter, and around in this section has actually got a very high brix content in the plants. They're actually full of sugars, and that's because I've got loads of microbes in the soil over here and over there. I've added them now, but they were really struggling. And another thing with the kale is, guys, like I said, this is like my own personal supermarket. I just come out every day and pick it. I wanted to just mention something about the vitamin K. Oh no, I've already done that. It's also full of magnesium and iron and a few other things like that, guys. It grows really quickly, and if I was going to plant a row here, I would absolutely just throw the seeds everywhere, because you can just pick as you go along. And this really is a good crop, guys, and I really recommend to as many of you as possible to eat as much kale as you can. Anyways guys, I'm just going to pick a few more and that is enough for me this morning. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like what you're seeing, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and please share if you find any of this useful, and have a nice day, guys. Peace. Oh, I forgot to mention, these make lovely kale chips, which I will do a video on in the next few days, guys, because I've been getting loads of inboxes about that. So anyways, guys, take care, and happy gardening. Peace.